Hi, I'm Alex. I'm 18 and I have an obsession with things being clean, and it's starting to get in the way of my life.
Obsessions are defined by recurrent and persistent thoughts, urges, or impulses that are experienced at some time during the disturbance, as intrusive and unwanted, and that in most individuals cause marked anxiety or distress. The individual attempts to ignore or suppress such thoughts, urges, or images, or to neutralize them with some other thought or action, like performing a compulsion.
Can I have one? Do you still want them? No? No. Sure?
Welcome to my office. I'm your therapist, Derek. Thank you for coming to this interview. Could you just run me through your normal day, please?
Well, I wake up and I go to my bathroom and I wash my hands, and I do that 3 times. And then if I don't feel clean enough, then I'll do it again another 3 times, and then I get ready for the day. And if I feel dirty at any point, then I'll wash my hands again. Times.
So, would you say you have a form of obsession with having clean hands?
Yeah. I like things clean. I have a way of how I like things.
So you just keep washing your hands when you feel like they're unclean, right?
Yeah.
So, how often do you say you wash your hands?
I mean, it starts off with just 3, but I don't really know fully. Eventually I'll get to the point where like my hands are raw. Sometimes they get bloody.
Alright. So, are there any other routines that you have that if you mess up, you have to do it again?
I count my steps while I walk, and sometimes if I'm like going up the stairs or something and it doesn't end in a multiple of 3, I have to go back down and make sure it does end. So that takes a while sometimes.
So, does your obsession with counting your steps and having your hands clean, does that affect your social life at all?
Yeah, I don't really like to go out places that like could be dirty. I really like to be at home because I know that my house is more clean.
So would you say you're almost afraid to leave your house?
A little bit. I mean, I'm not afraid of it. I like it to be cleaner.
Okay. How does this whole obsession thing affect your relationship with your mom?
I mean, she has to like clean a lot of things for me because sometimes if things are just too dirty for me to touch, I can't do it. So.
Alright. So, would you say that this is all distressing to you when you have to go through all these cycles and routines?
Yeah, I worry about the things I do that like I'll be perceived as like crazy or something.
So, if you could, would you like it to stop?
Yeah, I'd love that.
Okay. Thank you for your time today. Do you have any other concerns?
Not really. I mean, I don't know, I'm stressed.
Okay.
Compulsions are repetitive behaviors or mental acts that the individual feels driven to perform in response to an obsession or according to rules. These behaviors have no realistic function and are clearly excessive.
Nice to meet you, Anna. I'm Derek. I'm Alex's therapist. You're her mother, correct?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
Of course. So how do you feel about Alex's disorder?
There's a lot of things that I have to do around the house, like keep the house really, really clean, because she doesn't like getting her hands dirty. She washes her hands a lot, so I have to buy a lot of soap. And she washes her hands to the point where her hands start getting raw. I don't know if she told you that.
Okay, so do you feel like Alex's disorder affects your guys' relationship?
I do feel like it affects our relationship because I can't hug my daughter because,
She freaks out?
she freaks out.
Are there thoughts that you have every single day that you don't really like but you can't seem to stop?
Yeah, I have thoughts, like when I'm at work, I get thoughts of my house burning down, so I have to constantly be coming back and checking. up on my house, make sure it doesn't burn down, and I can't keep a stable job, if that makes sense,
Because of that?
because of that.
So how disruptive would these thoughts be, would you say?
Really disruptive.
Really disruptive. Is there anybody else in your family that might have these thoughts too?
Yeah, my parents, they've always liked keeping the house super clean, but they were never diagnosed with OCD or anything.
So my new patient, Alex, suffers from most likely some form of OCD. She has obsessions with keeping her hands clean and also counting her steps in threes. And these things lead into a compulsion of her having to wash her hands all the time and starting over if she messes up, and also counting in three when she walks, and if it doesn't end in a multiple of three when she stops walking, she has to go all the way back down her stairs and start over. Clearly, she finds this very distressful for her, and she finds that it affects her social life and her relationship with her mother. And so I would like to get rid of this issue for her. Also, her mother possibly has some form of OCD too, because she's also obsessed with the idea that her home is burning down. And this results in compulsions of her running back home, whether it be from the grocery store or from work, just to make sure that her home isn't on fire multiple times a day. And this could be a possible reason why Alex suffers from what she does.
If you suffer from this disorder or want to obtain more information, please talk to a trusted adult such as a teacher or your parents and your school counselor or psychologist.